The moment had finally arrived. The world stood still as Pope Luis Antonio Tagle, the first Asian pope in the history of the Catholic Church, stepped forward to address millions of faithful followers. It was a moment filled with hope, excitement, and deep emotion. People from all over the world had gathered in Vatican City to witness history unfold before their eyes. It was a speech that would not only define his papacy, but also set the tone for the future of the Catholic Church. As the newly elected pope made his way to the platform, the atmosphere was electric. St. Peter's Basilica, with its grand architecture and centuries of history, stood as a silent witness to this historic event. The crowd, consisting of people from different countries and cultures, stood united by their faith. Pilgrims had traveled from far and wide to be present at this moment. Many waved flags, held rosaries, and whispered prayers as they eagerly awaited his first words. For Filipino Catholics, this was an especially proud moment. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, affectionately known as Chito in his home country, was now the leader of the global Catholic Church. His journey from the Philippines to the Vatican was a testament to his faith, humility, and deep understanding of theology. His leadership was not just about guiding the Church, but about embracing love, compassion, and unity. The crowd fell silent as Pope Tagle took a deep breath and began his speech. His warm and gentle smile reassured everyone, instantly creating a connection between him and the people. His voice, steady yet filled with emotion, echoed throughout the square. His eyes glistened with tears, overwhelmed by the gravity of the moment and the faith of those who had placed their trust in him. He began by acknowledging the struggles of the modern world. He spoke about poverty, injustice, and the ongoing climate crisis. These were not just abstract topics. They were real issues affecting millions of people every day. He painted a vivid picture of the suffering faced by those on the fringes of society, the homeless, the oppressed, and those without hope. His words were not just about recognizing these problems, but about inspiring action. His speech was a call for unity in a divided world. He urged people to rise above differences in race, religion, and politics, and to embrace the strength found in diversity. He reminded everyone that, despite their differences, they were all children of God. This simple yet profound message resonated deeply with the crowd. People listened intently, some with tears streaming down their faces as he spoke about the importance of compassion and understanding. Pope Tagle emphasized the need for inclusivity within the Church. He envisioned a church that welcomed everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs. He spoke passionately about breaking down barriers and fostering a sense of belonging for all. His message was clear. The Catholic Church must be a place of love, acceptance, and support for all who seek faith and guidance. Throughout his speech, he shared personal stories that brought his message to life. He spoke about his humble beginnings in the Philippines, growing up in a family that valued faith and service. He recalled moments from his ministry when he had met people who had lost their way but found hope through kindness and compassion. One touching story was about a young woman who had drifted away from the Church but rediscovered her faith through a simple act of kindness. These stories made his message even more powerful, showing that small acts of love and understanding could change lives. The Pope also highlighted the importance of science, technology, and communication in today's world. He encouraged the Church to embrace progress and use it as a force for good. He spoke with great passion about climate change, calling it a moral duty to protect God's creation. He urged world leaders to set aside personal interests and work toward a sustainable and just future for all. As he continued to speak, emotions in the crowd grew stronger. Many were moved to tears, overcome by the sincerity and depth of his words. Strangers embraced one another, united by a shared sense of purpose and hope. Social media was flooded with messages of inspiration and gratitude. People from different backgrounds, faiths, and nations found common ground in his words. Pope Tagle's speech was not just about religion, it was about humanity. He reminded everyone that love and forgiveness have the power to heal even the deepest wounds. In a world often divided by hatred and fear, he called for understanding and unity. His message was a beacon of hope, shining brightly in the darkness of uncertainty. As he neared the end of his speech, he looked out at the sea of faces before him. Each face represented a different story, a different struggle, and a different hope. He paused for a moment, allowing the weight of the moment to sink in. Then, with a gentle yet powerful voice, he called upon everyone to work together in building a better world. His final words left a lasting impact. Let us love one another as God loves us. Let us choose unity over division, compassion over indifference, and hope over despair. Together we can create a world where peace, justice, and love prevail. The crowd erupted into applause, their cheers filled with joy and admiration. Many wept openly, touched by the Pope's heartfelt message. It was clear that his words had left an indelible mark on the hearts of millions. His leadership was not just about guiding the Church. It was about inspiring people to be better, to love more, and to strive for a world filled with kindness and understanding. As Pope Tagle stepped away from the podium, the Vatican bells rang, echoing throughout the city. The sound was a symbol of a new beginning, a new chapter for the Catholic Church and for the world. The Pope had spoken, and his message would continue to resonate long after the echoes of the bells had faded. In the days that followed, his speech remained a topic of discussion worldwide. News outlets covered it extensively, and social media continued to buzz with reactions. People shared their thoughts, experiences, and hopes inspired by his words. Religious leaders and global figures praised his vision, recognizing the potential for a positive shift in the world. Pope Tagle's first speech was not just a moment in history, it was a movement. It was a call to action, urging humanity to embrace love, unity, and compassion. It was a reminder that, even in the face of challenges, there is always hope. His tears were not of sadness, but of deep love for the people he now shepherded. As the world moves forward, his words will continue to inspire and guide. His speech was not just about the Church, it was about a vision for a better, more compassionate world. And with his leadership, that vision has the potential to become a reality.